Hello, hello, hello. Welcome everyone to RHMax.tv. I'm excited. I want to do the stream today. Happy Sunday, by the way. Happy Memorial Day weekend. Hope you're having a good time out there. Had a few big things happen this week, as I've been covering earlier in the week as well about the ETF and other stuff going on, other bullish things. You know what? I'm announcing it today. I'm no longer paying attention to any of the FUD. Not that I did much before anyways, just informational purposes. Take it and kind of think about it what I will and get what I can from it and move on for the most part. But bullish. I'm bullish on this ecosystem. I'm bullish on crypto. Very excited to say it. I've been creating content for about 2 years. Last May. So 2 years ago. I think I got Twitter earlier that year. Started interacting with the community. That started streaming, I think in May sometime. And yeah, that was 2022. Tough times for crypto, and price go down a lot. A lot of things happened since. So I was watching the Somi stream or Somi video the other day, and he was talking about, where are the Hex influencers and stuff. And yeah, I've not had the privilege to stream in a bull market where price just keeps going up. And I hope to have that one day. Certainly do. But until then, if you're not paying attention right now, I don't know when it is that you're planning on doing so, because there's a lot of fun stuff going on. Get to the chat. We'll get into it. Laser focus show today. Got about 40 minutes. Got to get a lot of topics in, and I will try my best to do so. Red Squirrel, number one. How's it going, man? TJ, go for Max. I'm going. Greetings from your German ambassador. Shout out to Germany and all the Hexicans over there as well. Crypto Incognito. How's it going, man? Welcome. Let's dump it. Yeah, I could care less what gets dumped at any point, because I believe over time it will go up. I'm very excited about that. Pamp it. All right. The opposite of that. That would be the opposite of damping it. Instead of dampening, we're pampening it. The pampening. There you go. Evening from London. How's it going, Neil? Welcome. Shout out to London, and definitely a lot of UK Hexans out there. Archie, how's it going, man? I think you're also from that area, if I remember right from the previous streams you were talking about. If not, feel free to correct me. Okari, welcome, man. Chastown, hold the line. Man, I've been holding this line has been held. Yeah, I like it. I like creating content, curating content as well, and just talking to you all, interacting. Again, I tend to ignore a lot of stuff and avoid a lot of the drama and a lot of other things. But I do like to talk about things that are interesting and informative, and can just give people the tools to really think a little deeper about this ecosystem and where people can start versus where they can go. Because just getting into crypto, there is nothing that you're good at. Like if you can barely use CoinMarketCap, and all you do is listen to general crypto streamers that have a lot of followers, just kind of, talk about stuff like that all day, that is a world of difference versus listening to a lot of people in our community who know actually how to use DeFi tools and platforms and use MetaMask. I know that's such a low bar for understanding crypto and DeFi. And then you got TA side of it. If you're interested in that, you have the liquidity side of it. You have just the ability to what are good tokenomics, what is interesting, and all that stuff too. So there's a lot going on and a lot to learn, and I'm glad to be here talking about it, because I want more smart people and builders. I want to onboard those people. We'll get into the MEXC stuff in just a minute, but that's who I prefer the most. But I think there's pros and cons. Retail coming in, that sort of thing. Anyways, there's a lot to unpack there. I'll get to it in just a minute. What's up, Rosquino? How's it going, man? So here's some good news, MEXC. I will pull up a tweet and we shall discuss. It seems good to me. Hex Corner, my first live stream again. What's up, man? Welcome. First, I always like to see. I'm always curious where people find the content, how they find me, as far as like streaming, and like it comes from Twitter, or they're just if it's your first live stream, I'm just never streaming at a convenient time as far as like your routine and all that. I'm always curious how people come across the content. I see new subs happening. I see new people in the comments sometimes. I'm always curious. So welcome. If it's your first time here, welcome. Hodl that Hex. People are hodling on an average of 7 years, if I remember correctly. Jonathan, how's it going, man? Greetings from Scotland. Shout out to Scotland. I think I was in Glasgow. I think I was in Glasgow a few years ago. Caught one of the worst flus. I don't even know what to call it. Colds, flus, one of the worst things I'd ever gotten. Got it from Scotland. So that's not my complete memory of Scotland. I had a great time besides that. But I always remember that. I was like, man, I got really sick. Got sick coming back from India before, and I got sick coming back from Scotland. India was worse though, because I was on the plane, and literally the chair was broken. I could not recline the entire flight from India back to America. I can't remember where I was coming in from. Whatever it is, it would have been probably a 12-hour flight or so. I don't wish that on anyone. And it wasn't even a good seat. I think it probably had a middle seat and everything too. I remember just people around me feeling sorry for me. Not only was I sick, my seat wouldn't recline. And I just remember like getting sympathy from people, which you don't get on the airplane very often unless like, the situation merits it, I guess. But anyways, good times traveling and stuff. What's up, Alex? Appreciate that. Armando's here. How's it going? Greetings from Suffolk, England. Another place I've been to the UK very briefly. I was telling Hexy Bastard the other day that I have, but I've not been to Suffolk. So I know there's a Suffolk, Virginia. I feel like I've been there before sometime, but of course there is on the East Coast, right? There you go. Almost like there's some history there. What's up, Mo? How's it going, man? Steven, welcome. Rosorp, is 100 million PulseX good or good buy? I assume since more cheap, more since cheap. I'm not sure. I don't answer a lot of the predictions or advice related questions. We don't get financial advice here. But I'm sure maybe somebody in the chat will give you some commentary about it. SparkSwap, great bridge to PulseChain ecosystem. Yeah, they have is that the BNB bridge, I believe. I'm so excited to get a Solana bridge at some point, which I think, did the video come out today about, I clipped Hexy B talking about that earlier as well. And I keep going through the chat. I gotta move on here in a second. What's up, TJ? Oh, Twitter. You found through Twitter. Nice, man. Nice. Well, good. Glad to get some. Glad the posts are getting some views from time to time. Try to be funny or informative, or both. Shout out to Dixon Piper. We had a great chat about social media stuff before on that, and I always learned that from him. What's up, Jerry? How's it going? Hell from Portugal, man. You guys are all over the world. Also, I've been to Portugal as well. Been to Lisbon. I feel like have I been to Porto? I'm not sure. I've been to. I had a great time. Great time in Portugal too. Beautiful place. Very cheap as far as like the rest of Europe was, and yeah, we had a really good, like an affordable good time in Europe. I had in Portugal. It was really, really good. Thanks for your kind word. Yeah, of course, man. Of course. Well, hopefully bring you a good stream as well. We'll see. No expectations. Background. Yeah, I like the background too. I had somebody make some new backgrounds. I got a few more I want to integrate, but honestly, these first few I think are my favorite. I'm not sure how many different ones are going to bring in, but hopefully you'll learn only fly first class. Well, I mean, that was a long time ago as far as talking about the India story. Yeah, I do fly pretty well from time to time, but internationally, we'll see how the market goes. Maybe that'll become default for a lot of Hexagons. We'll see. Win Hex Airways. Yeah, we used to have a soccer team. We used to have a NASCAR car. Do we have some other sports team? I feel like there's another one. BNB Arbitrum for the SparkSwap bridge. Nice. How many PLs to be a millionaire? Well, that's a math thing right there. I don't know. You have to add it up, but probably billion. I'm gonna say a few billion. I'm just gonna guess 20 billion. I'm just gonna guess. Somebody can look it up if they want. Do you know what happened to Wendy's for 10? You can't find his Twitter. You know what? I haven't heard from him for a while. Sometimes people just disable it. They just take a break or whatever. I know some people around the community have done that before, so I'm not sure if it's him, but yeah, wish those guys the best on it. It's been a while. I always had a lot of good conversation with him, especially around PulseX in the early days, way before launch too. So probably just disabled it. If you can't find it, it's usually because they either disabled it, usually not deleted it, but just Yeah, I forget. I don't know if I've ever taken one offline before. That's usually what it is, though. Anyways, let's get into it. Get to the content. You guys are a lively bunch today. Not a lot of people streaming today, I guess. I didn't stream yesterday, but today I want to get one in. Tomorrow we'll see. Anyways, MEXC listing. I put this in the chat. You guys are interested in checking it out. But the Pulse Foundation, along with, I think Coffee's been talking about it for a while too, different people around the community helping get this thing done. Again, I've talked about it before. It's cool, but it's like one of those, again, I want to onboard people. I want to teach them how to use DeFi and get them in that way. I hope it brings buy pressure. I hope it brings marketing. I hope that it's another onboarding tool, give us some volume to make, to get ranked better on different stat sites and stuff. But, maybe it helps people who can't use the bridge for some reason, which I just think is like the most basic thing you possibly do in DeFi. To me, being able to trade on a DEX is extremely simple. It's not like providing LP. You don't really have to know anything. You just have to like type in numbers and, get a result. And using the bridge I think it's got much simpler since the launch of the bridge. When it first launched, it was like there's maybe extra buttons and I think it automatically claims it now. And there's like some stuff like that makes it easier instead of you just kind of waiting for it to happen. And there's uncertainty because, it got backed up and all that stuff happened. But now it's like very easy to use for the most part. Who are we adding here? Are we adding people who, the people who use exchanges and trade? Is that just, again, is the big case for exchanges getting more volume on central, and for stats and stuff? Maybe maybe more people can buy it if it goes viral. That kind of thing too. People always I'll go back to, Hex didn't have any big centralized exchanges. It did fine type of thing. I'm not even going to use that here, but just in general, I think there's a little bit to that. But then the masses who don't use DeFi, are they going to be hodlers? They're going to be staking. I'm trying to think is the ideal case of getting people in, is that getting them to have a bag by buying on a centralized exchange, and then being motivated after they have a bag to go figure out more about how to use it. And then they learn about DeFi, and then they learn how to, use their own keys and their own wallet, and then do, whatever it is, staking or validating or whatever comes from that. If that's the case, I guess that's a funnel of some sort. I don't know. I kind of want to see what happens. I certainly hope it blows my expectations out of the water. But what if we lose it? That kind of thing. Like OKX delisted Pulse not too long after it launched. But maybe, if the community actually signs up, pays for this stuff and gets all that, maybe there's a contract to help prevent a random kind of or arbitrary sort of like losing it type of thing. Maybe that was just because I don't know. I don't know how we got listed on that one in the first place. Maybe somebody got it listed or maybe they just wanted to because they thought there'd be volume, they'd make money from it. I think it's not DeFi though. I really am attracted to DeFi products. I really like, there's no 100% for a lot of things at least. It's on a spectrum though, and I'm on the spectrum of liking DeFi stuff, at least for the most part. And then not bringing volume to PulseX unless there's some kind of magic happening on those CXs where they route through DEXs, which I could actually see that in the future. Maybe there is some kind of hybrid DEX CX type of thing going on in the future. But in general, I don't know. I hope the volume. I hope the more people. I hope the best thing that comes from it is that people get properly incentivized after they have a bag to figure out how to use DeFi, come into the community and be an active part of it because they see all the different opportunities they can participate in otherwise. I hope that's the end result. I think that's the best thing we could hope for, other than just, a piling in on the buy button, I guess, which how much does that matter versus the whales who actually know how to DeFi matter, that sort of thing. A lot of different. Anyways, it's not black and white. I'll say it like that. But I definitely am glad to have it. I definitely am not against it or anything. But hopefully it'll be a good push, good momentum for us. It says listing less than 7 days away. Pulse Foundation tweeted that yesterday. So that means we're less than 6 days away if all goes well. It certainly looks like. So very cool. Shout out to everyone who worked on that. And I certainly hope, that's the community again, right? You do the work. That's the community putting in the work and getting stuff done. So very, very cool. Hex Famous, just want to say, yeah, you've been a rock in this bear market. You turn around just crying. Appreciate that, man. Appreciate your support. And yeah, I think it's kind of like somebody's got to do it, right? Like I'm not the only one, but I think I've talked about this before. I feel more compelled to create content and interact with the community and stream and stuff when there aren't a lot of green candles, because I'm like, no, like I don't, there's no reason not to believe in this place. In my mind, there's no reason not to believe in the prophecy. If you want to say it that way, it just makes me think of Somi, in the prophecy of glory. So there's too many things that are in the right place that just the red candles can just take people down to just this lowest common denominator. Oh, I'm going to miss the bull run, or I'm going to get, something's going to happen. I'm going to lose it. It just creates this anxiety that I think is just, it's natural. But I want to be that hopefully that voice of like this measured person. Don't do hopium. I'm positive. I'm optimistic. But these are just the facts, man. These are just the facts. I mean, there's not always good news, but it's certainly a good network. Like you look at the data behind that, that's pretty clear. So appreciate that, man. Thank you. The man, myth, and legend. I mean, these exchanges, don't you have to give up some supply to them? I didn't think they actually bought it themselves. I don't know, because I never did it before. I think it sounded like there were people raising money to get it listed. And then with that money, maybe there's part of it goes towards buying a supply, or there's the money plus they want part of the supply. But again, this is a community effort. So it's not like this new protocol launching and there's going to be like a distribution, 10% goes to exchanges, that kind of thing. It's not like that. So, because we've already launched, everyone already has their allocations, their bags, and all that stuff. So, yeah, I'm not sure, but I don't think it's that supply type of thing like that. So, yeah, education is important. Everything PulseChain. I hope so. Again, that is my hopeful argument for centralized exchanges. People will get a bag. They'll be incentivized to learn more. Once they learn more, they'll learn about real DeFi. They'll get educated. They'll be positive, contributing members of the community. And then, again, network effect. They'll tell somebody, oh, this is great. They'll be able to onboard. That kind of compounding upward trajectory of onboarding through people using DeFi after they use the centralized exchange. I think that's one of the best things we can hope for. I hope it happens. It's kind of theoretical right now, unless I would actually love to hear case studies. Can people give me references or links to case studies where you have DeFi products and they got listed on exchanges and their community grew a lot from that, and maybe the price grew too, but like interesting stats of just in general. I mean, that's like one thing, but like anything in general where a coin get listed on exchange, and other than getting a pump, they sustainably over time. Maybe a stupid question, maybe like, oh yeah, well, obviously that's how it works. I don't know. I'm not so sure that's how it works with everything, but I'd love to see some data on that too. So Alan, wait, I thought PulseChain Foundation is the one identity block registered already like a year ago. I'm not sure. The one, like the listing, I think, did they list Hex? I'm not sure they list Hex. I think they already list Hex. Yeah, I think Hex is already listed. But let's go to our favorite website, CoinMarketCap. All right, let's do CoinGecko while we're here. Type in Hex, see what's here. Go to markets. They only listed, or they listed, okay, that's the top volume. Bitcoindery is the one of the other centralized ones. Kanga. I thought, no, I see it there. And even TradingView has a chart of it too. Anyways, I'm going to move on for a minute and then we'll come back to chat. Great segue into the next part, which is TradingView. Yay. TradingView now, Richard tweets, TradingView now showing lots of WPLS, PulseX, Inc., and Hex pairs on PulseChain. So that is pretty cool. That is pretty cool. I don't know how it happened. But now we have, I'm just going to type in TradingView, PulseX. Type in Pulse. Let's do PulseX. Let's do PulseX WPLS. Maybe they haven't. You just want V3 on Ethereum. Does it give me a PulseX? If I just type in PulseChain here. So this is cool because, you ask a lot of people, especially if you're talking to influencers outside the community, ask them, oh, look up this coin, look up Pulse price, look at the pump that just happened or something. And if they use TradingView, a lot of them use CoinMarketCap. If they use TradingView, they're going to type it in and see some terrible chart from like a low liquidity pair on it that's been wrapped over or something. But if they actually support PulseX and a lot of the pairs there, then they're going to get a much better chart. So yeah, look at this. It actually supports PulseChain, PulseX. Yeah, we got the wrap pulse die pair. Interesting. Let me do overview. Yeah, I got the price. Does it have liquidity? Total supply, trading volume. I mean, it's got $2 million trading volume. So that sounds like one of the bigger pairs, at least, or one of the bigger pools. Look at the chart. See if it looks. See what it looks like. Yeah, that looks pretty. That looks like a pair that's got some. Let's see, volume. They just not talk about liquidity because it's like a mostly focused on centralized stuff. Volume, average, trading volume, market cap. Interesting. I kind of want to compare their market cap too to what market cap 811. Interesting how they say 433 here whenever they get those numbers. Yeah, I mean, does it say sale? Yeah, I'm not sure, but it is listed now, which is a very, very cool thing. So people can actually go look up the stuff without having to use Dex Screener. I know everyone in the community like Dex Screener. Obviously, you just use that to look up prices. Majority of crypto apparently doesn't. I've seen very, very few people I've ever seen on stream use Dex Screener outside of our community. It's mostly TradingView and CMC. So very good news there. That's got to be great for marketing, great for just telling people, hey, look up this coin. And they don't just get frustrated and then just like give up. They're like, oh, no, here, it's right here. See? So that's pretty cool. All right, get back to chat just for a minute. Just confused with two foundations. Which foundations? The Pulse Foundation and is there another foundation? I just know the Pulse Foundation I've heard of at least. Which wallets accumulate the most after PLS? That's a great question, Hackus. It's a great question. I'd like to see somebody run the numbers on that. Which have accumulated the most after Pulse launch? Because you have the top whales. There was a tweet on that earlier. Let's see. I think I liked it or otherwise saw it. God, there's a lot I could get to today. But I do not have time, so I'm going to try to. Yeah, so this tweet from Panos, excluding the OA, the top 10 largest wallets hold around 100 million in PLS, just a 10x from here. That's $1 billion. Sell pressure, top 10 wallets alone. So 10 wallets hold around 100 million PLS. I'm not sure if it's got a, I don't have the list in front of me, but where's my comment? Yeah, so this I was actually thinking about, like, because a lot of people talk about, oh, there's all these whales that are just waiting to dump on us. We need to get them out. I don't think we're going to get them all out. I don't think we're going to get most of them out even. I think they're waiting on the price to go up. So I'll talk about here, like how much of these too many silly whales theory is them hedging against the red candles. And again, no reason to believe or buy. What reason does anyone have to buy PulseChain right now? Like, I'm just thinking like of whales in general. Like, what reason does anyone have, any big wallet, to buy PulseChain? Other than you believe the price is going to go up. And the people who believe the price is going to go up appear to me, at least, to be the true believers of who have been here for a while. They understand the dynamics. They understand the mission. It makes too much sense. Vested interest, all that stuff. The people who have a lot of money, they don't seem to have a lot of belief or care about a lot of these things unless they came from that already. They already had that motive. I just think they have a lot of money. This is another money-making opportunity to them. So totally fair. That's not just the market stuff. So like, why would they be buying right now unless they thought the price was going to go up? So that's why, as everyone talks about, there's a lot of whales are going to dump. How can we ever go up? I think, my personal opinion, when the whales see green candles and they have a reason to buy and keep buying and not sell and hold and go make as much money as they can and eventually sell later on near some kind of top, why would they just be like, nope, I still want out. I see the green candles. I still want out. It just doesn't make a lot of sense to me that they would go against the market when there's a clear signal that we're going up from here after they see some ETH whales buy some or whatever else. So I think, again, talk about here, green candles and widespread bullish sentiment is a different environment where people may make different decisions versus the mostly depressed environment that we've experienced so far. So that's why I don't buy too much into we're never going to go up because there's so many whales I can dump. I think the whales, you don't have to believe they're the smartest people. You don't believe all of them are like really good at what they do. You don't believe any of that. But I just can't imagine if it's going up, what reason do they have to just sell against the market? Take the, and just take the money, sell and get their, $5 million when, like, why wouldn't they stop and be like, wait, why am I selling again? Why am I selling this? Why don't I just wait and let the price go up? Because I see a lot of other people going up. Like, they're just, again, there's just nobody, doing that. We just don't have a lot of green candles right now. So why would they be buying right now? What reason? If you're buying PLS right now, you're speculating the price is going to be higher in the future. Well, why do they need to do that? Why do they need to speculate? Why can't they wait for whatever proof they're looking for to happen and then go along with it? Why wouldn't that be, the case? Just my thoughts. How amazing is it the Ethereum ETF has been approved? It's pretty amazing, man. PulseChain statistic copy of Ethereum makes me laugh how many haters saying it's just a copy paste. Yeah, it's a fork with a huge community of people that are hungry for glory. That's one way to describe it. And all the products on Ethereum, you get to do them again, but they're on PulseChain and they start much cheaper. How would you like to have a refresh? How would you like to have a second chance at making a lot more money? PulseChain.com. Like, so many good things, so many cool stuff to talk about. Hexander G, I support all the Hexicans that have sold out. Bye. Are you saying like you want them to go out? You support them getting out because they would be, you want true believers more in, I guess. That's one way I could interpret that. Yeah, I mean, I think a lot of people who left will probably come back. Again, if they're here to make money and they've lost faith in whatever way, why wouldn't they come back if they see money come back again? That kind of thing. Doesn't matter if it's right or, if you like it or if that's the right thing to do or the wrong thing to do or whatever. Like, none of that. It's just people buy things because they want the price to go up. And, the thing about being, a true believer, for example, is you're probably going to come in early. You might get a really good price and you're probably going to hold it for longer. Now, whether that makes you more money or not, it's completely up to personal situation and how you handle positions. But that's the advantage, I would say. And you probably get more gratification of, being right, seeing your community win. A lot of benefits to it, more than the money side. So that's for anyone who wants to leave. I totally get it. Like, nobody has to like PulseChain. Nobody has to like Hex. But I do. And I want this thing to win. I'm here to win. I don't even know if I got to say that. I'm here to win. So I'm excited. Excited for the winning. Cheap prices. If you think Pulse is going to go to a penny, or you think Pulse is going to go to a fraction of a penny, it is far away from that today. I think not to be mean, but if there's any other coin, the chart looks terrible. Oh, you're talking about the Pulse chart? Yeah. Oh, love it. I'm not signed in. It does that. I don't know. I mean, how many charts don't look like this, honestly? I mean, if you look at any of the, or at least in our ecosystem, I mean, the GIF chart looks kind of like this too, in a way, So I don't think it looks terrible. I mean, if we were in the middle of a bull run and every single thing else was popping up and it looked like this, yeah, that may be a different story. But, where we're at now, I don't see any mania happening. So again, I'm not a TA guy, but like, I don't look at this and be like, I don't know. I like that you say it though, because that kind of, maybe the average person, I'm not saying you're the average investor, but I'm saying in general, any person looking at this chart who's not familiar with the ecosystem or doesn't believe in it or whatever, they may say that. But I guess the first thought that comes to mind, but how much does it matter, right? If they say that and the price starts going up, when did they stop saying it? When does this chart look good enough for them to think it's not a bad chart? And at that point, how much has it gone? How much will it have gone up? How many X's would they not have gotten had they not figured out that there's more to this place in the chart, sort of thing? Good point, though. PulseX price goes up automatically. There is a buy and burn. There is a thing. Do you like buy and burns? All right, sorry, I cannot get to all the comments here. You guys are rocking the chat, though. Appreciate it. $100X is not even questionable by next March. I certainly hope so. Okay. All right, I gotta move on because I'm gonna wrap up here in just a few minutes. Just want to cover the ETH ETF real quick. I think it's pretty interesting. So you got the ETH ETF. Somebody says starts trading in 29 days. This sounds very specific. I asked him for a link or reference. I don't think I got one yet, but he's going off of something. I was doing some research earlier. Where's he getting that number? I came across an article talking about in June. Maybe this is part of it too. So estimates say mid-June. It came from this tweet. So this long thread about the ETF being approved from James Safford, and then we got Eric Balakunis here. The implementation part is over. Now just logistics. My guess is there's only one round of comments in S1s. And during BTC, one round took 2 weeks. So I think this mid-June is certainly possible. Just a guess, though. We'll see. So I don't know. And then there's this other tweet. I certainly hope mid-June. I would like this to be the summer of up. From, this is Hexalina Pulse a lot. Yeah, so Hexalina Pulse a lot. If you know it's a minimum 30 days until the USA Ethereum ETFs begin trading worldwide, there's still time to accumulate coins you think will do well. Here at the bottom, PulseChain solves this join team win. If you know it's a minimum 30 days, so a minimum 30 days. So could be more, but minimum 30 days from here. But also sounds very accurate, but minimum 30 days. That would put us at the end of June. Maybe that's where 29 day came from. We're just going with the minimum. I'm not sure. I'm very excited about the ETF. If it happens in June or July, like whatever. I'm excited to see what happens up to it. Do we, does ETH pump up to it? How does Pulse respond with that? Does ETH pump afterwards? How long does it take to get to, if it does incredible numbers, how long does it take to get to 8K, 10K, 15K, whatever people are talking about? Again, this is all speculation, but man, this summer, again, lots of stuff to be excited about. Still time to accumulate coins you think will do well. It's a good phrase. I like that. I like that phrase. And if the ETH wells start bridging or selling any ETH for PLS, I think high gear is going to kick in for this ecosystem. Like, what is the case against rotating into PLS? I don't know of one. I really don't know of one reason why SAC address would get 170K ETH and not rotate it into PLS. One could imagine after Ethereum does a big run and the ETH appreciates into a higher price, such as billions of dollars, low billions, 1 or 2 billion. I can't think of a reason why that wouldn't happen. Again, that doesn't mean it's going to happen. I don't know why it wouldn't. So, anyone have any ideas why that wouldn't happen? Again, it could not happen, but and this is not something you should rely on. Or again, I don't like the whole sentiment of, oh, okay, all we do have to wait. We just don't have to do anything else. Let's just wait. Just wait till it happens, and like not actually go try to help things or do good stuff for the community or building. We don't need to build anything else. There's all the wells will take care of it. Like, no, I don't subscribe to that either. But I also don't think it's like, why would I ignore that? Why wouldn't I think that's bullish? Why wouldn't I think that, oh, that's cool? It's like we have, we're already positioned well. And now we have like another, awesome thing that, we have another pump middle type of thing that, not a lot of people bet on before. I think it's pretty cool. I was looking at Brett's Twitter recently. Seems like a new scam's going around. This is one of the PulseChain devs. Brett Paulson has never launched a token contract. Be aware of scams. Being a report. FYI, yeah, maybe people are making coins based on popular people in the community otherwise. But we're bringing people into PLS, Brett. We're doing it. We're bringing people in. We're onboarding people through making coins and getting anything to get them on the PulseChain is a good thing, right? Interesting. Yeah. So watch out for scams. Just don't click links. Please don't click links. I don't know how. Like, I almost want to make a shirt at this point that says "Don't click links." Just don't click links. Shortcut your favorite sites. Don't Google for stuff. Don't Google to get to websites. Bookmark them. And don't click links you see in messages. People message you a link. Don't click it. Like, that's literally the simplest, easiest security device in the world. Because think about it. What gets most people hacked? They click links. What is the one thing in common every time somebody gets hacked? Every single time. Either they lost access to the computer. They either gave it away or somebody tricked them into, actually all comes from links, right? Every single thing. If somebody tricks you into downloading something and run on a computer, it's a link. If you go to a website where it gets your wallet drained, it's a link. If you go to a website that has malware on it, it was a link. Don't click links. Anyone makes that t-shirt, let me know. Don't click links. PSA. And if someone's asking you to click a link that you're familiar with and you're a little suspicious, ask them to contact you in another way. If you have it on Twitter, tell them to message you on Telegram. Say, shoot me a message on Twitter. Just want to, shoot me the link on Twitter. See if they do it, because it could be somebody on Telegram impersonating them. Easy way to figure that out. Because then if they don't have access, if they didn't hack the person's Twitter, which is much harder than just impersonating somebody on Telegram, they wouldn't be able to fulfill that, right? All right. We're wrapping up here. This is, shout out to the Mo, also in the chat. I've been searching for GIF tweets. I don't see a lot. It's mostly, I see a lot from me, for example, but I don't want to tweet about it every day. I see some from the Mo and of course Kool-Aid and stuff too. But man, we got to get these hashtags going more. This tech is so good. So it says GIF and PGIF have more projects coming. Certainly seems to be that way in the Telegram. They asking people to vote on which one they want next. So I'm very excited to see the next week or two if anything is announced and or launched. New project only burns, each new project burns more PGIF. I hope that's the case too. There is this, with iBurn, it buys and burns 15% with PGIF. I hope that is the trend. I hope that keeps happening with each one because, man, that seems super bullish for GIF and PGIF. If each new protocol built on top of it, the new community that you're, interacting with, getting engaged, their engagement with that project also helps at least the blue chips in the GIF ecosystem, the originals, the foundational coins in the ecosystem. You can only mint PGIF by burning your GIF, and only 1 billion GIF ever made pure deflation. Very, very cool. If you don't know about PGIF and GIF and the GIF ecosystem, I have a playlist, tinyurl.com/learnpermable. There's about 47 videos, 47 videos. Everything explained. So check it out. Pretty cool. Why do people trade it? Not just speculation. There's the arbitrage too. Why do people buy and hold it? It's a cool DeFi selection of products with obvious value to me, obvious to PLS and Hex. Throughout, iBurn and stuff as well. That's just as of today. Again, more projects could be coming. Certainly, I don't know what the case against new projects coming. Certainly, it seems likely the way the team is talking on the public channels and stuff too, getting people to vote. And just the whole system is designed for it to be obvious to keep building new stuff on it. And yeah, if you believe more projects are imminent that will keep buying and burning PGIF, again, sounds like pretty cool. And yeah, why do I like to talk about it? I like DeFi. And this is the PulseChain's hottest new DeFi ecosystem. So I'm very excited about it. All right, last one I will wrap up. Comes from KDP. Says, Soho leave socials for a day, come back. TradingView has partial support for PulseChain tokens. Donald Trump says he will fully support self-custody and crypto ban, plus banned CBDCs. PulseX MEXC listing in a week. ETH ETFs start trading in a month. I don't know why so many aren't bullish. Hoorah. I also do not know why so many aren't bullish. Lots of bullish stuff to do. Lots of fun stuff here. All right. I think that's all I got. Any questions? I'll wrap up here. I'll scroll through the chat just for a second, but I'm going to wrap up very soon. Pulse needs to be thought of as a whole money system where you store your wealth because it's a safe place to keep your money. There's a lot of, I think, too, some of the sub projects. I wonder if, I'm going to ask on, I'm curious with GIF in particular, like the new tokens, the things that are built. I wonder if there'll be like this web of liquidity type of thing that I think some other ecosystems are maybe they're doing, or something of that form, where there's always like this, there's all these different LP pairs set up, and if you want to take profits or otherwise, again, you can do LP. If you know how to use LP, you don't need to create red candles in the chart. Different nuance with that and stuff too, but getting liquidity build up over time for new protocols and having a place that you can enter, exit easily while still having the ability for price go up and sustain kind of appreciation. That's the place I want PulseChain to be. That's the place I really want it to be. And I think we're trending in that direction. I hope we're trending towards that ideal of sustainable up. And because, yeah, the growing pains, can I describe them that way? The growing pains we've seen over the last couple of years, or just 1 year since launch as well, with Hex and PulseChain. I hope they were for a reason, and that reason becomes very obvious in the near future. I certainly hope so. Thank you, Jonathan. Appreciate that, man. All right, that's all I've got for you today. Scivive and 5555. We were out.